these puzzles and sequences is to take your time. Don't rush through them. If you can see in a paper that one of the questions looks far trickier than others and is going to take a lot of working out, get the others out of the way and leave yourself enough time to really thoroughly go through those trickier questions. So let's look at some of them. We've got question 8, and it's giving you information about the percentages of people at a school who are boys and asking you how many girls there are. Now, you've got the number there of how many people attend the school, so then what you've got to do is figure out what percentage are boys and then what percentage are girls, figure out how that translates into actual numbers, and then figure out which group is girls, which group is boys. And this information will come back in later questions because there are more questions on this theme. How many of them are boys? If half of the boys like football, how many boys like football? Asking you for specific numbers based on percentages. So take the time to make sure you've worked it out accurately and you've got the right numbers, because these numbers you figure out in this question will come back later. So if you've got these right, you've got a much bigger chance of getting the other ones right. So with questions like this, where you can see you're going to be dividing or adding or subtracting or multiplying big numbers and having to convert things from percentages into just normal numbers, give yourself enough time to go through it and check and work it all out. Use a pen and paper, go through and do it on that, work it all out bit by bit and then piece it all together. So leave yourself enough time to check. And again, with question 12, you're now looking at a sequence and you have to find the next number. Now with sequences, if you're in a rush, it can be easy to just look very quickly and think you've understood, and then somehow you could get it wrong because you've not really realised there's more than one pattern going on between each number. So that's what you've got to take the time to check. Look at a sequence of numbers, try and figure out every single pattern that is going on between each number. There may well be just one, but it is worth taking the time to check just to make sure that you've understood everything that is going on in the question, and that way you've got a much larger chance of getting it right. So with these, just take your time, leave yourself plenty of time to firstly work things out and then check them and then write them down as your answer. There's no good rushing through your questions and then getting all of them wrong, because a lot of questions, like the ones we've just spoken about, will lead on to other questions. So make sure that every question you attempt, you work out for as long as possible. Give yourself plenty of time and see if you can get the correct answer.